As a senior product person, it's your job to improve the product development's ways of working to help your team achieve superior results. Yet, despite our efforts, most companies are stuck with working models that produce mediocre results, focus on outputs over outcomes, create struggles with stakeholders, fail to empower teams, and the list goes on. But why? Don't we know about companies like Apple, Amazon, Spotify, and other successful giants, how they work, how they constantly innovate? Yes, we have articles, books, videos, and many details about how they operate. Don't we spend good money on training, conference, and other improvement attempts? Well, the transformation industry is supposed to be more than $2 trillion in 2023. Despite knowing and investing, we have underwhelming results. It's hard to enumerate all the many reasons why these practice improvements fail, but you have probably seen one or more of these. Trying to implement a small change that is incompatible with the overall context, like trying to put a discovery practice inside a feature factory. Falling in love with a practice without understanding what it helps us achieve and how it fits with our current ways of working, like doing jobs to be done and failing to connect that to how we prioritize. Trying to implement a practice that is way ahead compared to the rest of our process, like trying to do rapid experimentation in a waterfall organization. Trying to change too much at the same time, or not having a clear goal for our change and how things should look different in the future once we are there. The list goes on. And all these problems signal a need for more guidelines for implementing change successfully. Over the last decade, we invested hundreds of hours and collected multiple experiences, learning from these failures and creating models to do things differently. I won't reveal a secret formula, but I will give you a way to see and tackle this challenge differently. This is not a skill taught to senior product people, and yet it is critical for our success. You may be wondering what this looks like, because if you reflect on most methods out there, you see probably two things. Here is how we succeeded with this practice in my organization. Good luck implementing it yourself, or the typical follow this exact recipe to succeed. We know there is no one-size-fits-all method, but we still need the guidance to implement change. That's why we focus on foundational steps and give you the guidance to adapt it to your own situation. Furthermore, we have applied these steps to help different companies, like a large company in Mexico transformed a project-oriented feature factory to a product-led organization that had a very strong impact in the return on investment on the teams and have a great impact on their bottom line. We help a large bank transition people from the business organization to the product management function, allowing them to make evidence-based and customer-centric decisions that led them to be the number one in customer satisfaction in the region. We help a large travel organization break down silos and create an interdisciplinary team structure accountable for outcome-oriented goals through OKRs, growing the revenues. So we know this can be successfully applied to multiple scenarios and multiple different challenges in different organizations. Now, this may sound like several hours of work, and don't get me wrong, it is. Change is hard. But here's the deal. In the next 5 days, I will give you tools that you can apply 15 minutes each day, which will set you apart from how 99% of leaders are doing it. So the challenge breakdowns 5 activities. Day 1 is how to make an assessment holistic and based on evidence instead of relying on your gut feeling. Day 2 will be about how we make sure that our improvements are meaningful. Day 3 will be looking at your future organization from today's perspective. Day 4 will be about defining success with goals and short-term results. And day 5 will be about communicating the plan. So 15 days per day for 5 days. Are you in?